Tell me why nowadays politicians are literally so old and shriveled up on the verge of extinction. They look like they should be picking out their coffin color as opposed to running for office. No, we need some hotties in the house. Because of this moral dilemma, I thought that I would speak on it as a hot person. And in light of recent political events with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and the pew-pew situation with Trump, I felt like it was my obligatory duty to give my unsolicited opinions nobody asked for. And ultimately would love to make a proposal for the American people. And that would be my own political campaign, Make America Hot Again. Many people might think, Haley, why are you talking about this? Because I say, this is an extremely important issue. We have had basically no hot presidents in the past 5 decades. However, we may be on the come up with Vogue's new political correspondent, JFK's grandson, Jack Schlossberg. This video is going to have a few different sections. The first section, me explaining who the contenders are for the Hotties of America. That's why I have some papers going on up here, because I'm going to do a pyramid reveal dance mom style. You're going to love it. I love you. Second thing, on why hotties are so important. And thirdly, I'm going to be ranking all of the past and present US presidents based on how hot they are, to show you guys how devastating it is on how little hot presidents we have. Because honestly, it is just sad. It's sad for America that we don't have any hot people to lead us. And it just makes me upset. Hotties are really important for a few reasons, and I'm gonna give you them. A big one is that they're really sexy and nice to look at, obviously, which is important if you want people to listen to you, because who wants to listen to ugly people? Really think about it. When was the last time you lent an ear to an uggo? Probably never. So if we want to keep all of the sheep in line at the pasture, we have to have our hot shepherd guiding us. You follow me? You understand where I'm going with this? We need some eye candy. It looks good on us as a country, as a society, as a nation, to be led by somebody hot and bangable. If not the bangable to lead us, who? It's also just showing to other countries, hey look, we're hot. And to all you stupid people in the comments who are like, Haley, this isn't what politics is about. Haley, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck you. Here we have our pyramid. Dance mom style, as I promised, and we will be revealing who the top 3 contenders for the Sexy People of America, part of the political campaign Make America Hot Again. Here's where they reside. Your Honor, I propose 3 candidates, 3 contenders for the Hotties of America. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let's proceed. Starting off with number 3, on the bottom left, we have Jon Ossoff, Senator of Georgia. Why is he number 3, you may ask? He, of course, is very obviously physically attractive. We see a strong jawline, positive canthal tilt, cute hair, which is honestly more than a lot of politicians can say. They're all fucking fossils. He's smart, he's holding a book. Unfortunately, he is the Senator of Georgia. Just like, what's happening in Georgia? What's going on in Georgia? Nothing much. So, secondly, sitting right next to Jon Ossoff for the bottom of the pyramid, we have our second contender right here, coming in second place, Jack Schlossberg, current political correspondent at Vogue magazine, part of the JFK legacy. This is a tricky one. He's a smart cookie, multiple degrees from Harvard and Yale. Also, way hot. Very hot. I don't even have to explain this one. Look at him. He's also, cool, did a cool aesthetic photo shoot, has a TikTok presence, but he is a Nepo baby. Puts him, unfortunately, at number 2 instead of being at the number 1 slot. He's also not a politician. I just wanted to put him on here because he's hot. Thirdly, coming in hot, literally, for our number 1 contender for the Hotties of America, we have, drumroll please, Little Miss AOC, representative of New York City. And in my supreme opinion, I think that AOC is the number one hottie and deserves the number one spot on our... Oh my god. I ripped paint off my wall. Okay, well, let's keep on with the video. I would say that AOC is the number one hottie of all of these people on the pyramid due to obvious reasons. She's obviously gorgeous, stunning, hot, if you will, but she's also a baddie politician who's just done a lot of things in her 34 years of life. And I think that's really cool. And she's a girl, and girls rule, boys drool. But for the real reveal of who's number one on this pyramid, it's me. The audio is going to be a little bit worse from here on out, but what we're going to be doing now, rating the United States presidents based on their hotness. Let's get started. So here on the bottom, we have, like, you know, they're not lookers. Bottom tier, we have Dwight D. Eisenhower, Donald Trump, Martin Van Buren, Grover Cleveland, John Quincy Adams, John Adams, James Buchanan, Herbert Hoover, and Millard Fillmore. These are just mostly all bald, and, like, I don't really fuck with that. This tier, these ones, like, once again, not really lookers. Mostly the biggest determiner of if you were on this tier is if you have facial hair or not. And there are some exceptions, like this guy's bald, but he has some, like, I feel like it does a little something more for him. So here on this tier, the tier above, the not really the lookers tier, William Howard Taft, Andrew Jackson, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, John Tyler, Theodore Roosevelt, James K. Polk, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Harrison. This tier is just like everybody's having a mid-off. Like this mid-tier, we have Gerald Ford, George Washington, Harry Truman, William Henry Harrison, Calvin Coolidge, William McKinley, and Andrew Johnson. The tier above, just the straight mid-off section, they're like a little bit better looking. So I have James Monroe, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard Nixon, Warren Harding, George Bush, Ulysses Grant. I swear to God, I've never heard this guy before. 10th president, 18th president. Ulysses Grant? Oh yeah, Ulysses. I think that's... Guys, I'm sorry, man. Educated American. Ronald Reagan, Woodrow Wilson. Here, we actually start to get like a little bit more attractive. So I put Jimmy Carter, George Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Franklin Pierce, Abraham Lincoln, and Bill Clinton. And number one, of course, JFK. Like, that's why I put the little hearts around him. I just feel like, obviously, he's number one. Like, I feel like everybody can agree. Republican or Democrat, third party, liberal, gay, or straight. Everyone can agree that JFK is, like, the hottest president, for sure, we've ever had. So, in conclusion, if not the sexy who will lead us, then who? I guess my final point I would like to make is vote blue this election, because there's a lot more sexy people on the Democrat side, and that's just how it usually is. Sorry, guys. Money is the reason we exist. Everybody knows that. It's a fact. Kiss, kiss.